The global stocktake is a critical turning point when it comes to efforts to address climate change, particularly in this decade. It's a moment where countries across the world will take stock of the state of our planet collectively and will map out a course of action for the future. It is a party-driven process, so this means that it is those parties that are signatory to the Paris Agreement that will be collectively coming together to assess where they are. But it will also be a moment to see not only where we are, but where we need to be and what needs to be taken. Action needs to be taken. So it's more or less like taking an inventory. It means looking at everything related to where the world stands on climate action and support, identifying the gaps, and working together to agree on the solutions that are required.
The Global Stocktake Technical Assessment took place across 3 meetings of the technical dialogues. The Secretariat hired graphic recorders to document these meetings in a visual way. This is what that looked like at the 3rd and final technical dialogue in June 2023.
So we are here in Bonn, in Germany, at the SB58, which is where negotiators have come to prepare for the next COP. And we are here to do the graphic recording for the Global Stocktake, which is one process that is taking place as part of these 2 weeks of conference here. And what we've been doing here is essentially listen very attentively to the conversation that's happening amongst all the participants in the Global Stocktake, and then we distill it down to the essential messages of the interventions by the participants. And we capture that in the words that they've spoken, but also translate it to a visual language. So whether people spoke in an example from their own country that we could draw as a little scene, or whether they spoke in symbols or in metaphors, that's what we've been capturing here. So it's a combination of very succinct word-based summary, but also a visual summary to complement it. So there's a few reasons why we do the graphic recording. The first one is to share with the participants that they are being heard and listened to. And of course this is happening as well because the co-facilitators are drafting everything up into a comprehensive summary report. But this is a quick snapshot, live in the moment, where speakers can come up after the dialogue and find themselves on the board. And we can check with them, did we represent you right? Is this what you meant? There's also, of course, the distillation and the synthesis of a lot of complex, very technical and dense information. So there's this function of summarizing and adding the visual aspect to it, because that is how most people learn and think and remember. And they are a good entry point, perhaps, into the more comprehensive summary reports. So the Global Stocktake, to say a little bit more about that, is the process where countries come together and are joined by civil society to take stock of the progress that they're making towards the Paris Agreement goals that we set in 2015. And that is happening now in this stage as a dialogue, so people are sharing how is it going with the progress, where is there more support needed, what has worked, so what are examples of best practice, and where is there more support that can be given. And there's another reason to doing this, which is the information shared is very relevant to everybody living on the planet, because this is about the progress we are making towards securing a livable planet for ourselves. But it is also very complex, very dense, and shared in very technical language. So this is about increasing the access to that very important information. So with the use of simple words and with the use of images, we are hopefully opening the doors wide to people being able to engage with this important process.
This is the executive summary, exactly, of all the stories, and all the interventions are summarized in a lovely visual way which is accessible and understandable to general public and to everyone. So this can be used for, a better outreach of the understanding of the general public, what the negotiations are all about, and how the parties' views are diverged, obviously, for different reasons. So, a perfect way forward. I just send them those pictures and say, oh, this is great. I mean, I have all the bullet points and all the kind of, most important issues from each constituencies or countries. I have it on one spot.